Welcome back. It's Monday, March 6th in the NBA. My three favorite picks are on the way. It feels good to be back. I was off for the weekend, but let's recap Friday, a 4-2 day. I will certainly take that. We've been on a great streak. Let's continue that today. We had Marcus Smart, Anthony Davis, Clint Capella. All those straight plays hit. We had that John Morant and Jamal Murray same game parlay. That hit. A lot has changed for Mr. Morant since the last time I saw him. Mr. DeAndre Ayton and Patrick Beverley did not get it done. But a 4-2 day, we will certainly take that. Day one of our ladder challenge starts today. I saw you guys show a ton of love on the little hype trailer I made. I appreciate that. If you haven't checked it out, it's a YouTube short or it's on TikTok or Instagram. It's even on our Twitter. So go check that out. If you haven't subscribed, go down below and do that. The ladder challenge should be live a little bit later on today. The books were sleeping in on Monday morning, so we don't have a lot of lines. But I'll try to get it out sometime early afternoon at the latest. You'll be able to see it on our YouTube shorts and in the TikToks, Instagrams, on our Twitter at Calling Our Shot. Make sure you follow us on all those platforms. But I got nothing else to say. No best bet of the day. If anyone's curious, bachelor party, success. We're alive and well. We did have our bridal shower as well, but no more days off until I think the end of April. That's when my wedding happens, honeymoon, all that stuff. But it's time to dial in. We're going to this guy, the guy that's been really dialed in recently, Damian Lillard. I like his over 35.5 points, minus 118 on Barstool. If it goes up to 36.5, sure, you can take it there. I mean, Dame's going to have to go out there and have a big night, and I think he does. Now, let's talk about Lillard, because honestly, you'll rarely see me take a points line this high, and you rarely see a points line even set this high, but Dame's been on fire, and we're going to keep riding with the hot hand as he gets one of the worst matchups, worst teams in the NBA, the Detroit Pistons. Now, the Pistons don't play a whole lot of defense. They're probably not going to double team him because you could argue this team's trying to tank, and they're doing a great job at it. But let's talk about this team, because Damian Lillard on a back-to-back, and some people might be scared of back-to-backs, but I've seen Paul George in podcasts talk about sometimes they feel more warm for a back-to-back than they do just coming with 2 to 3 days off. And we saw yesterday, Dame, 41 points. He'll take that against the Orlando Magic. He only shot 4 for 16 in that game, and if for some reason the Blazers rest him today, then this play will avoid, and we'll just move on to the other two plays. But I think he plays today. This is still a Blazers team contending for the playoffs. They need as many wins as they can get. Now, let's talk about Dame, who's been on fire. Last 23 games, averaged 38.5 points per game, going over this line in 15 of 23 at 65% of the time. Now, Anthony Simons, his running mate, he's still out. Lillard, we know he's going to continue to shoot the ball. That's not something he's afraid of firing up. And last game against the Magic, he went 4 for 16 from 3. Still got this overdone, and he can get to the free throw line and do his thing. Now, Jaden Ivey, like the guy that's going to guard him, he'll probably give him a couple free throw attempts. But at the end of the day, their last matchup when they played, I believe a couple months ago, you saw Dame, only 19 points, but you saw Jeremy Grant, 36 points. You saw Simons have 30 points, and it was a blowout. Now, I look at the line in this one. It's only a 6-point spread. 88% of bets are on Blazers money line or on Blazers spread. 95% on Blazers money line. Now, I'm not coming out here saying the Detroit Pistons beat the Portland Trail Blazers tonight, but I do think the Blazers make this game close. I think the Pistons keep this game close. The Pistons are at home where they've been a little bit better against the spread, and no one's going to want to bet on the Pistons throughout the rest of the NBA season. The books know that. So I think they're going to see maybe Dame and the Blazers struggle here. But Dame and the Blazers really banged up. They don't really have a lot of scoring options. It's really Dame and Jeremy Grant and maybe about 20 more points from the other guys. So I think we're going to see Dame step up. Again, he's been doing it time and time again. We're running with Dame time. Over 35.5 points. It's super high. You'll probably never see me take another line like this again, unless it's probably Damian Lillard. But I like Dame. I think he has a big night. We'll roll with him. Now let's keep it moving. Like I said, the slate's a little bit bare this Monday morning, but we're making the most of it because we're running back a play we did a couple days ago, and it's Nikola Jokic to record a triple-double, plus 110 on BetMGM. Now, I'm obviously loving the plus 110 value here. To record a triple-double, Jokic going to need 10 points, 10 rebounds, and 10 assists. If he gets somehow 10 steals or 10 blocks, I don't know what we will do. We'll record tomorrow's video shirtless because that ain't happening. But if you don't have a triple-double prop, where sometimes they have it as you can choose yes or no, then you can take his over 9.5 assists. I don't mind that, but that's a little bit juiced. I don't honestly mind his over in rebounds plus assists. I think with him guarding Jakob Poeltl for the Raptors, I think he probably gets a couple more rebounds than and obviously we're going to need a bunch of assists from him as well. Now, a lot of other books are at the minus 110, minus 125 range. Personally, wouldn't go up past minus 115, maybe minus 120. I mean, it's a triple-double, and Jokic just made it look normalized, as did Russell Westbrook in the years past, but it's not that easy. But Jokic has made it look easy, as he's done it in 3 straight games. 18 of his last 25. He's done it in 10 straight games at home, and in 17 of his last 20 games at home. The guy's been ridiculous. I think he has 25 triple-doubles on the year, and he's just been great, and they're fully healthy for the most part. I mean, Thomas Bryant and I think Flacco, I think they have a couple bench guys that are a bit injured, but that's fine. The starters will see even more minutes. Sign me up. Now, Jokic has MPJ, Michael Porter Jr., KCP, Aaron Gordon, Jamal Murray. Those guys are all healthy and ready to go here. Those are his top 4 assist guys. I mean, MPJ, not a guy that's going to roll the dribble a lot. He's catch and shoot. KCP the same way. And Aaron Gordon, always a guy that's leaking out in transition, and you're going to see Aaron Gordon looking for him. But today they're going to face a tough matchup against the Raptors. Now, they had a tough matchup last game against the Grizzlies. He still got it done. And the Raptors are a team we've seen double team guys that are just going to have the ball in their hands a lot. So maybe Jamal Murray doesn't score a lot of points today, but they might double Jokic, and that might lead to some assist opportunities. But at the end of the day, Jokic, you might look, oh, he doesn't have the greatest track record against the Raptors. Well, he also was playing with a lot of guys like Will Barton, Jeff Green, the guys that I really don't trust to knock down shots, and this team just looks to be in an offensive groove, especially at home. You look at his rebounds prop, not concerned about that. It's at 12.5. I think he can get his 10 rebounds given he's guarding Pirtle. He's just going to be chilling in the paint. 10 points. If he doesn't get the points, then whatever, but he should easily get 10 points. So really, we're coming down to assists, and assists are juiced at 9.5 at like minus 150. Some even books, I think FanDuel had it like minus 200. So all we're counting on is points, rebounds, and assists. I think he certainly can do that. We'll take the triple-double. I'd rather that than taking his PRA line. Give me Jokic to record a triple-double at plus 110 on BetMGM. Love the plus value here, but if you want to take it at minus 110, minus 115, don't hate that either. We're riding with the Joker today. And for my third and final play of the day, and then we'll get on out of here, we're going to a same-game parlay. Like I said, the lines are kind of limited today, but I do like the same game parlay. I'll provide some pivots as well. Now, we did one of these on Friday. It cashed. We'll do this one very similar to the Friday one. It's Brandon Ingram, 25 plus points. Domantas Sabonis, 15 plus points. That's all we need. 2-leg same game parlay, minus 120 on DraftKings, risking 1 unit. Now, all Ingram needs to do is get us 25 points on the dot. I don't care how he does it. And then Sabonis needs 15 points on the dot, or maybe even more. Now, look, I don't mind Ingram's regular over. It was 26.5, 27.5 on some books. But look, we've seen Ingram, and a lot of people are hurt by this. He loves ending on 25 on the dot. He's done it like 3 times in his past 11 games. And look, I'd rather avoid that hook job that he could give a lot of people. So I'll just take the 25 plus points. If he ends on 24, then whatever. Then I guess he just hates us. But he scored 25 plus in 9 of his last 11, averaged 28.4 points per game across those contests. We know Zion Williamson's still out, Larry Nance, and a bunch of other guys are out as well. And we're kind of coming off a bad game. Last game versus Golden State Warriors, only scored 17 points, shot 6 for 16, only missed 3 of his 8 free throws, and he fouled out. Now, he fouled out at the end of the game. He still played like 38 minutes, but not a great game for him. Today, love the bounce back spot against the Sacramento Kings team that, like the Kings, I love them. They've played really well this year. The over-under is 239. They push the pace, and I don't care if De'Aaron Fox is in or out. They're going to push the pace, and it's the team that's going to let you score in transition. And I think if Ingram's playing against a team that lets you score in transition, like he did against the Blazers a couple games ago when he dropped 40, that's where he thrives. And we've seen his last 4 against the Sacramento Kings, 34, 22, 33, and 17. So only 2 of 4 did he hit 25-plus points. Got close one of those other games, but he was shooting below 40% from the field. Zion Williamson was in a couple of those games, so I think we're going to see a guy like Ingram bounce back here. If he wants to shoot terribly, whatever, but he's going to shoot 18-ish, 20 times. He's going to get to the free throw line 5 to 8 times as well. I think he can get us 25 points. And then as for Sabonis, like I talked about, De'Aaron Fox, questionable. I think he plays, but Sabonis been playing pretty well, pretty aggressive, 22-plus points in 3 straight games, 15-plus in 20 of his last 25, and 15-plus in 7 of his last 9 versus New Orleans. Now, you look at I think about a month ago, they played against the Pelicans. He only scored 12 points. That was a blowout. He didn't even play 30 minutes. They lost by like 35 points. And all the 2 misses were both via blowouts. So we look at Valanciunas, could be back today. He did full practice on Sunday, but I'm not concerned about his defense. Larry Nance still out. And I look at him. I think Sabonis gets us at least 15-plus points. If you want to pivot to some other safe leg with Ingram, go for it. Ingram's obviously the one that's like minus 180, but I think Sabonis can get us 15-plus points. I don't really want to count on him for the Rebs, but I don't mind the rebounds line for him as well. If you want to put 10-plus for rebounds, I think that's solid too. But those are my 3 favorite plays. Not the greatest card. We'll have day 1 of the ladder challenge out in a little bit, but we're going to be riding with, obviously, Jokic to record a triple-double, Damian Lillard over in points, and then that same game parlay, Brandon Ingram 25-plus points, and Domantas Sabonis 15-plus points. Like I said, day 1 ladder challenge out in a little bit. You'll be able to see that on all our social platforms. It'll be out well before any of the tip-offs, so you'll be able to see that. Appreciate you guys always for showing love and support. If you want to get the ladder and all our plays early, hit that join button on the channel and become a COS All-Star. Love you guys. Happy to be back on Monday. No more days off for a hot minute. See you guys again back tomorrow. I am back with that ladder challenge. See you guys then. Peace out.